Okay, class, hello. We're going to be talking about Unit 2, Lesson 1 today. Our unit is whole numbers, and our lesson today specifically is whole numbers to 10,000. We're going to be doing Unit 1, but we're going to do that later in the year. All right? Now, 10,000 here has 5 columns. We have a ones column, a tens column, a hundreds column, a thousands column, and a 10,000s column. Okay, however, a lot of numbers we're going to be working with actually only have 4 place values, a ones, a tens, a hundreds, and a thousand. Okay, now when we're trying to communicate numbers, whole numbers, to our friends, family, teacher, and whoever we're talking about, we can generally do this in about 6 different ways. The first way is to use base 10 blocks. Now base 10 blocks are these blocks here. All right, we have 1,000 because this is called a thousands brick because there's 1,000 of these little red squares in this entire brick. We have a hundreds block right here because there's 100 of these red bricks, a tens brick right here because 10 little bricks there, and a ones brick here as well. So they're singles. Now, for this example, we're going to be using the number 1,342. All right. Now, so how I do this is I look in my thousands column right here. There's the number 1. So I need to draw or have one of these bricks here to represent that 1,000. Okay. Now, I have 300 in the hundreds column, so I'm going to need 3 of these bricks here. I have 4 in the tens column, so I'm going to have 4 of these tens bricks. And I have 2 in the singles column, in the ones column, so I have to have 2 little ones here. Now, this is the first way we can communicate. I know it's pretty hard to draw these because they're so detailed, so what we can do is make our life a little easier and use these pictures instead. We can draw a picture. We can draw a cube for the 1,000, 300 squares to represent the 3. We have 4 tens bricks here represented by these sticks for the tens column, and we have 2 singles here to represent our ones. Now, the second way we can communicate with people on how to show whole numbers is to use a place value chart. And that's what this is here. Okay, this is a place value chart because it lists every single place that we have for numbers. We have a ones column, a tens column, a hundreds column, and a thousands column. Now all I do is I actually look at my number and I say, okay, what number do I have in the thousands column? Well, it turns out to be a 1, so I just write a number 1 down here in the thousands column. A 3 in the hundreds, so I write a 3 here. I look and see I have a 4 in my tens column, so I print 4 down there. And I have a 2 in my ones column, so I print that there. And that's a second way I can show my whole number. The third way is using expanded form. Now, expanded form is when I take my whole number and I expand it out like this. And how I do this is really, really simple, okay? I look and I say 1,000. Okay, so I hear 1,000, so I write immediately 1,000. I put a little plus sign because I'm adding another thing to my number here. I'm adding another number. And I go 1,000. Okay, write it down. 300. Okay, so I write 300 there. Plus 40, I write 40 down, 2, and I write my 2 down. So basically I'm just writing the number as I'm saying it, okay? And I'm expanding it out. The next way is to use words and actually write in our English language. So 1,342. Now you will notice I haven't used the word and the reason is because and does not mean whole numbers. It means I'm using decimals, which we're not doing quite yet. We'll get to that later in the year. My last way is to use standard form, all right? And standard form, you're all experts at that. It's already just writing the number as it is, okay? So for example, 1,342 is already written in the standard form. The only thing I must add, and I must make clear to you all, is that when I actually add my 5th column here, I break my number in 2 parts. I have the hundreds, the tens, and the ones here. I have a space to represent the thousands column. I don't do that in this one here when I only have 4 place values. I only do it when I have 5. All right, thank you. I'll see you in class.